our eventful weekend. It's so pretty.
We finally found it.
We're hoping that everybody has had a great time. This is the first of many events like this. I do want to say it is 5:10. We are shutting down at 5:30, so in about 20 minutes. So please, do as much as you can in that time. Right now, we are about to do our logo reveal, and this was a logo that was created by the team. If you don't know, we have our virtual mentoring sessions every Tuesday at 6:30. And while we consider that practice, it's also a time for us to come together, teenagers. It's a time for us to build relationships. It's a time for us to learn. We did a whole month about anti-bullying. But before then, we wanted to come up with a logo for our team, for our program. And when we brought this up to the team, usually kids may say something like, we want an eagle, or we want a lion, or a wolf. But these young leaders, future doctors and lawyers, some players, and mixed in, but they said we wanted something to represent us. We wanted something about community, family, purpose, because that's who we are. So we took all of those notes and we gave them to a very trusted individual, which is Teddy, aka Swaggy T's dad. Oh, should I say that now?
Yeah.
Okay. We also got input about colors, which were black, blue, and white. And so we took these ideas and we gave them to Mr. Brian, who wanted to donate his time, skill, and energy into creating a logo that represented us. And we couldn't be more happy and more proud because this is something that represents us as we're out with any league or event that we do. So the colors are black, blue, and white, but then there are some stars around it. And those stars represent the number 7. So spiritually and universally, number 7 represents a number of completion, of fullness. And we all know that, I joke around with the boys that I don't care I do want to win games, but the big picture is how we're performing off the court. Are we becoming leaders? Are we becoming better people? Are we accomplishing our purpose? Oh, that was a bowling ball on the foot.
On Quincy.
You all right, Quincy? All right. You're going to need some ice for that later. So we have 7 pillars. And those pillars represent, number 1, love yourself and understand that there is purpose inside of you. Number 2, treat others how you want to be treated. Number 3, commit to being better than yesterday. Number 4, we are our brother and our sister's keeper. Number 5, we make the choice to lead ourselves and others positively. Number 6, we are peacemakers and problem solvers. And last but not least, number 7, we try our best at all times. So those are our 7 pillars, and that's BWP. And without further ado,
Put your bottoms up, put your cups up.
we would like to reveal. All right. So this is the first version of our jerseys, which will be here in about a week or two. But we will be doing alternates of different colors. There's going to be a lot that's going to go into this. And now what we would like to do is we would like for players to come up and sign Swaggy T first. Sign and put up whatever's on your heart, as long as it's positive. Make sure you put your name.
Our girl had to stay behind today. You feeling better? Yeah? Get some rest, okay? We are settled in from our first ever Fall Fest for our basketball teams. That went amazing. I almost missed it. I'm so happy I didn't. As you can see, baby girl is not feeling well. So we had to call in some reinforcements at the last minute to come and watch over her while we had our event. She has like this lingering cough, like we don't even know, like it's just been lingering for about a week now after she's had the symptoms and the fever. It's just been here, and then the cough intensifies today. Her doctor said to just treat her at home.
It's so misleading with the cough because she's fine.
Yeah.
Like she's able to do everything, but then she starts coughing. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And she has these coughing attacks that last, for some time.
And they get intense. They get very intense. I feel bad for baby. But yeah, so we just wanted to come on here. We showed you a little sneak peek of the Fall Fest, and we wanted to come on here and just recap.
Yeah, it was perfect, and I try not to use that word a lot.
But it's perfect.
It was perfect.
This whole experience. So I cried. This is my second day in a row crying. No, it's not the second day in a row. It's the second event in a row.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. I didn't cry last night.
No, you didn't cry.
I did good. No, I'm not even gonna say I did good because I really am honing in on being true to myself. And a part of being emotionally intelligent is really tuning in to your feelings in the moment, not really caring about who, what, where.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I feel compelled and moved to cry, I'm gonna freaking cry. Like, what?
Yeah, and I think the part to that's most important is if you're supported.
Yeah.
As you're doing that. That people start to cringe around you and start to,
Like,
oh, why she doing that?
She always crying.
Then that's signs of a cutoff.
Yeah.
You gotta cut that person off.
For sure. But yeah.
Why do I have to hold back emotion when it's positive? And it's
or
free.
even if it's negative, like, why are you not supportive of me really living out my emotions?
Exactly.
Genuine emotions.
Right.
Not like manufactured, like I'm genuinely feeling this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like it's just been BWP started. You guys can do something big. Isn't this your 10th year?
Yeah. Last year.
Dang, Reed.
2011.
This is your 11th year. And I say it's his because like I have stake in this brand, which is why I cried, because like it's been 11 years and seeing how much it grew, and literally how perfect the staff is, the participants are, the parents are, all of the blessings we have been receiving, everything literally is just like falling into place. And I had a parent come up to me after I was crying and basically was just saying, you know, y'all are inspiration. Like she was near tears. Like she had tears in her eyes and she was like, it's an inspiration to watch y'all. She was like, I was actually gonna go home and chill. Like, I think I'm gonna go study. I gotta go do something to better myself now because y'all are really pushing forward y'all dreams. And she was just saying, like, you know, as a wife, like she's like, I know you do way more than what appears. You know what I'm saying? To be in support of what all of this is happening. And like I said, I say his because this is his baby. He lives, breathes BWP. Like when he walks around, he's BWP. When I walk around High Team Happy Hour, I live and breathe my brand. And I'm learning to do that more so genuinely by watching you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take over this conversation, but like a part of like being removed from social media really helped me to understand like how to genuinely represent your brand rather than doing things that social media wants to see. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that's been consistent and genuine about Maurice is he lives his brand. Like when you meet Maurice, you meet BWP, basically. You know, I think that's so genuine. You know, like, cause like knowing him, you know his brand, you know his programs, you know what they are about, what you can expect from them. You know, I think that's so powerful. So that's why today was so emotional. And the crazy thing is, driving down, I was like, man, you probably gonna cry at the unveiling of this darn. We unveiled our logo in Jersey, and I was like, Janae, you're probably gonna cry because this is crazy. Number one, you're having a fall fest for your basketball teams.
Yeah.
Number two, you're unveiling something that they want to see, that they want. It wasn't like we just doing this for our own,
Right.
like, glory. Like,
They were all excited.
like I had literally anxiety leading up to it. So I'm like, yo, this is something that they helped us plan.
Yeah.
And to see their faces and their energy.
Like
And the parents taking video and pictures and stuff like that. Like,
it didn't disappoint. Like
it's crazy.
everybody after the revealing was still happy, or even more happy. Like, oh my God, this looks amazing. This represents what I've been, being paying for and being a part of. Like, okay.
Yeah. It was, and it's buying Beverly Hills.
Oh, we gotta watch that.
You better make time.
Hey, we got Friday. I'm here on Friday.
Okay. Wow, that looks good. Anyway.
So one of the same parent that came up to Nay came up to me and was like, your wife told me, this has been brewing for 10 years. And I said, yeah. And this the part that got me. She says, you don't have a son, but look around.
Isn't that like, so I always people will ask us, do we have kids? And I say, we have one that I had, but we have many kids around Philadelphia. Many kids that who have parents and don't, but look to us for that type of guidance. I have kids that call me mom. I was being called mom at like 20.
For real.
And these kids are like 13 and, hey mom, what? But like, I was okay with that. We have many kids, and like just to be continuing to expand. And not even in a disrespectful way. Like, we're not trying to step on people's parents' toes, nothing like that. Like, we would never.
We want to be
never.
I think our brand is really in community. We want to be a part of the village. Like
both of our brands.
Yeah.
We both have community building brands, like that bring people together.
Yesterday at Nay's event, one of the toasts was about what's going well in your life right now.
Yeah.
And everybody was able to share some good news, but everybody was equally excited.
Yeah.
After everybody shared, it was all, and I loved it. It was all love. It was all love.
And I really love our roles in each other's brands, because we have mirroring roles in each other's brands. Where like that's his baby, but I'm the events coordinator for his basketball teams. I'm also a sounding board whenever he's about to do something new. You know what I'm saying? For his brand. I was there at the formation and the naming of his brand. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel really invested in everything that he has going on, which is why it's like the apple of my eye too, and it touches my heart when anything goes on with it, because like this has been such a great journey. But like, even mirroring back to my brand, like Maurice, he comes in and fills the gaps where I need him to fill the gaps. He's my host at my events. Like, I plan, I cook, I set the vibe, but I need somebody to really host that vibe. I'm not always that person. And Maurice is that person. Even to the point where him talking to people, trying to get contacts or making things happen on the spot while we're out to eat in ways that I just wouldn't, because I'm like, I ain't really trying to engage with people. Like, I'm not a people's person, but I'm just not in the way that he is.
And I enjoy doing that so much for her, because I really believe in high tea and happy hour. Like, I believe in it, because you are that, and I believe in you, right? And I believe in the vibes and the energy that you're trying to give to people. So when I'm speaking for you, when I'm your spokesperson, it's like, it's so natural.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to force anything. And when I'm hosting, first of all, I love to do that for you because I'm still trying to impress you. Like, I don't want to mess this moment up. Like, she done made this amazing food, had this amazing vibe going. Make sure that you host well. Like, don't mess this up.
Yeah, I really feed off of him. Like he does like the overall hosting, and I make sure that, you know, I'm putting input. I'm rounding out the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like I feed off of him. Whereas if he wasn't there, I would be like, so, Uno? Listen, I done made this space beautiful. Y'all had some good food, drinks, got the vibes going. What else y'all want?
It's funny because yesterday, I think I might have spent too long on a question or something. And I look at Nay, because I always look at her for confirmation for everything. Because she's so telling with your little sound effects and faces. She was like, do you remember?
No, I don't.
You don't remember that?
No.
You were sitting right there. And you was like, I was like, okay, next question.
I often have to do that to him because sometimes like he gets a little overzealous in a lot of areas. It's like let's keep this going.
That's me.
I'm like small bites and he's the big picture. I'm like, give it to me in chunks. He'd be like, John, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, all right, what is it? Yeah, but first, let me and I'm like, yo, what's the clip notes? Give me the bullet points because my attention span is not that long. You got a good 10 seconds before my eyes cut away.
That is true.
Yeah. That same parent, she came back to me twice. The first time she came to me to say what she said, and I guess she went to go talk to you, and she came back to me a second time, like just so uber inspired. And I even told her, like, I'm inspired by her. You know what I'm saying? Just how she raises her son. She has a phenomenal son that she keeps very involved in. That's just the story of a lot of our parents. Is this camera crooked? That's just the story of a lot of our parents.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. I don't mean to be looking at my husband's phone, but here go one of our sons here. What's up, Pops? You good?
Hey, what happened?
Damir.
Oh.
Damir was the first kid to call me mom.
Yeah. I didn't pee.
You the pee-pee?
Men don't pee-pee. We
Shut
pee.
up. Shut up.
Children pee-pee.
You pee-pee.
I don't pee-pee.
Had a long day. Had a long day. So we're gonna wrap up. I shot my best friend for her 30th birthday shoot.
Wow, that's big.
And it was such an honor.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
It was really an honor to capture her in all of her beauty and bliss.
I didn't know that. I thought y'all were just taking pictures.
I shot her 30th.
Yo, that's so dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's a major moment that she trusted you with.
She did. And like, so
I love their relationship. That woman, her best friend Nikki. I never forget. Shout out to Nikki. I hope you're watching this.
Nah, he's gonna tell the story again.
So I used to host these events, these little block.
They wasn't little. So that's the thing. When I met him and he was saying he was hosting events, I'm like, everybody hosts events in Philadelphia. His events were not little. These events were well attended, with good energy and good people. Like literally, it was nothing for him to host a packed event. Like legit. Like that was inspiring for me as like an event planner. Like damn, like he just be like, I'm doing this and people be there.
So I invite her out, and first it's in Southwest Philly, which is
I don't like it.
there you go. It's worlds away from where she and her best friend stayed at the time.
And my car was down at that time.
They came on public transportation.
Yeah.
My wife is bougie.
I am.
So
Me and my best friend are bougie.
yeah, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they come, and the event was what, 3-4 hours?
Yeah. It
They-
definitely was sunny when we got there.
It was hot. It was not a chill. It was hot.
It was some circumstances.
Yo, they stood up they stayed, number one. And they was on time. They wasn't like, Janae has an issue with being on time.
It's not an issue. I don't have an issue with it.
All right, sorry. You are right with being late. Anyway, they came on time and they stood up the whole entire time. They stayed late. I think they even offered to help clean up.
We did help clean up.
Yeah, they helped clean up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up, they were going to go back home on the bus.
Yeah.
I ended up taking them home. But that right there, I will never forget that from Nikki. I was like, yo, she's a...
And it wasn't even like, she was like, oh my God, like, can we go? Oh my God, like, she was like, yo, I'm rocking. This is what we doing today, this is what we doing. That's just that's what we do both ways.
Yeah. It's just the level of love and loyalty that y'all have for each other. I really love seeing y'all be sisters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we were originally supposed to go to the Morris Arboretum, but you have to make special arrangements if you're doing any type of photography.
Oh.
Like outside of taking pictures of the trees. But then I took her to these steps I went to when I had like a self-care day. Remember that self-care post I did? And I was like down Delaware Ave. I went to Martian, Maine, and I went to these steps in Manio.
Had some graffiti over there.
Yeah. Well, it's not graffiti, it's murals.
Okay.
But it's beautiful. So like it's like all these murals and flowers, and then you go down the stairs, and it's a fucking bridge over water.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Huh?
You showed me that, right?
No, I didn't know about this.
Oh.
You come out the stairs, and it's a trail. It's a bridge over water. It's these large lime green garage doors that she took pictures in front of. Like, it was such a vibe. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad the Arboretum didn't work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. Long days. You had a long day. How was Connor's football game?
I'm glad I left when I did.
Why?
So, well, my godson had a championship game. This is his first year in playing football, and they lost. So I felt bad about that. But some of the parents started getting into something. Juice had told me. So, and I knew it was going to happen. So I said, yo, Juice, I'm about to get out of here before something crazy happened. He said, all right, I'll see you later. And sure enough, it happened.
Living in Philly these days, or any major city these days, but specifically Philly. People don't understand. All right, we're gonna sign off and enjoy our evening. I'm gonna catch up with the girls, Potomac girls.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll check back in. Peace and chicken grease. Reese hates when I say that. Toodaloo. He also hates when I say that. What else do you hate or don't like?
Just edit that part out.
Toodaloo.